Well, hello. We're just going to go over the wind gust reports. The winds have been absolutely crazy uh, this past 24 hours or so. As you know, we had a blackout in New Hyde Park that nobody spoke about. Actually, affected multiple towns. Garden City Park. It didn't last for that long, but there were other people that took a little longer to get their power back. And of course, nothing in the media about that. They speak about the Jones Beach losing power instead, because we all know who the media serves. But anyway, let's get to some of these crazy wind gust numbers now. When you're first looking at these numbers, it's not too crazy. But when you get to Long Island, this is when it starts getting crazy. Bayville, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. That was 4:41 a.m. So that's Midtown Manhattan at a gust of 53 at 7:45 p.m. This was yesterday, and then let's get to Long Island here, because this is where some of the really crazy. At the top of Stony Brook Hospital, 69 miles an hour at 11:43 a.m. 11:43 p.m. last night. Great Gull Island, 64 miles an hour, 2:03 a.m. Eaton's Neck, 60 miles an hour at 1:19 p.m. Fair Harbor gusted to 58 at 8:46 p.m. last night. West Hampton Airport gusted to 53 at 3:24 a.m. last night. Islip Airport had a wind gust to 51 miles an hour at 9:34 p.m. So pretty crazy wind gusts here from this. Definitely almost on the borderline and needing a high wind warning at times. Robbins Reef, New Jersey, got a gust of 60. These are the maritime stations. Offshore of Norwalk, 61 miles an hour. In Connecticut, and again, this was this morning actually. So today was actually pretty windy too. Point of Woods Yacht Club had a gust of 49 at 9:37 last night. Atlantic Beach had a wind gust of 54 miles an hour at 7:20 p.m. last night. Robert Moses State Park, the buoy there, 56 mile an hour wind gust at 1:20 a.m. So you're really just incredible winds with this, damaging winds. Of course, the media really barely covered it, but it was pretty impressive, to say the least. These winds, these wind gust amounts were pretty crazy. And I'm just going to go to the weather map here for a moment, and just talk about more about these wind gusts here, because let's see if Islip. So Islip had a gust of 44 today, and the winds today were still crazy. Most of the day, very blustery, gust into the 40s. Even today, we saw some 44-mile-an-hour wind gusts around noon at Islip. So just insane winds today, and just crazy amounts of wind. Unbelievable here. LaGuardia had a gust of 46. JFK had a gust of 47. So, yeah, really, and you can see that's why we've got the gale warning in effect for the offshore waters. The winds are absolutely crazy. And, of course, we did have plenty of clouds around today. Just a side note, plenty of clouds. They're starting to break up a little bit now, but during the day we had a lot of clouds. And as far as the rest of this year goes, we do have, again, just showing you what the sky looked like. There were some breaks in the afternoon. Some of the clouds kind of broke for a little bit in the afternoon. A little bit. Every time they tried to break, though, they would kind of fill back in again. We even saw some Virga out there, too, as well. And then tonight, same deal again, pretty much. Clouds and some breaks of clear sky, but more clouds than anything at this point. Going to the weather map here to show you we do have a couple of little waves that are going to be coming down. And there may be... not going to make too big of a deal out of it. I'm not going to make too big a deal out of it, but do have some small snow chances for your New Year's Eve tomorrow. So most of the day is dry. You see there's a little disturbance that goes to the south that might bring a flurry. But it's the second disturbance here that comes in around New Year's Eve, right when there may be snowflakes in the air. Very light snow. It won't last for that long, but the storm will pick up some moisture and intensify as a coastal low as it moves away into New Year's Day, and that's actually bringing another little wave of snow in there. In the morning, that could put down a coating to possibly an inch. It's not going to be very much, Won't need plows, but it might, make the ground white. It should be a powdery type of snow given the air mass that we're in. So let's go here, the dew points and wind flow. And you can see here as we go into tomorrow, we continue with the west winds. The dew points do come up a little bit. You see that southwesterly flow there, but the dew points stay below freezing. And then here we are going into New Year's Day, and here comes another batch of some really cold air. Arctic air coming in with dew points down to around 0, and there will be wind accompanied with that as well. And you see here that the temperatures after tomorrow will be around freezing. Similar temperatures to today, I guess. And then as we get to Thursday, this is when the really cold air comes in. And then Thursday, we're only going to be in the 20s. So New Year's Day, it's going to be much, much colder. Skies, as far as I know, I miss the sun. I really miss the sun. And the models are kind of split on what's going to happen with the sky cover. Tomorrow, we're going to have probably a decent amount of high clouds around, mid-level clouds perhaps, and then more clouds as you get toward we have that period of snow, and then Thursday, I'm hoping that we'll get some sunshine, though I still think there's going to be some clouds. And if we go back to the HRRR, look at some soundings for Thursday, you'll see here, it's New Year's Day, that go to 16Z here, let's see. Yeah, well, they're actually kind of apart there, so 16Z, it looks good. So a little closer together over there, so we'll have to see what happens. Maybe we can eke out a sunny day on Thursday, perhaps. As you get toward the afternoon, those lines do get a little closer, but hey, maybe we'll be able to have a sunny day on Thursday. That would be really, really nice. Especially with a little bit of dusting of snow on the ground, for sure. So lastly, I'll just go over the climate report. And the Iceland climate report, high of 34 and a low of 29, puts us 2 degrees below normal for the day. So Happy New Year. This will be the last weather video of the new year. I thought the last one was, but the winds were pretty impressive, and that had to be talked about. Anyway, good night.